Behold, the planet Earth. In the past, it was the place of many legendary battles, as the few who were to stand in the defense of many shone. Long gone were the secrets of ki and martial arts. The one that actually saved this world in peril many times. Observe the needle-like silhouette of Korin Tower and the greenery of its sacred land. Gaze upon the ocean and the many islands with cities and towns. Watch as the landmass of the main continent is concentrated on its everyday routines like a gigantic anthill. These are the times of peace, but also preparation. Earthlings were defenseless. Defenseless for too long, many thought, because many years ago, it was a demonic incursion which caused them to unite under one rulership. Together, they thrived and built something truly special. But as they developed, technology became a double-edged sword. As it helped the inhabitants, it also made them more reliable on weapons, which fail against threats that were faced in quite recent history. Not anymore. Behold, the schools of the dragon, ran by dedicated martial artists that were using ancient methods not of this world to create something new. And all of that happening in the shadow of the lookout. It was a bit hard getting used to being called a master. For Krillin, who still considered himself a permanent student of Roshi, this was an especially difficult task. But the kids were eager and more talented than any of them had anticipated. He hoped that once she was big enough, of course, Marin would attend this dojo. There were multiple facilities like this, and despite their original doubts, Hercule actually stepped up to the task of hyping them up. Knowing him better made a lot of the Z-Fighters realize that behind all this boastful, loudmouth personality, there was a rather generous and caring individual going on. He would phone them once a week. "Hey, need anything, Krillin?" the man asked him with a big smile that the monk could actually see on this fancy new video phone that had been installed recently in the dojo. No, Mark, I think we're fine. I'm thinking about adding some variety to the menu of the cafeteria, but you know, I can handle that.
No. Worry about that no more, pal. What would that say about me as your manager if I didn't care about the needs of this place? No worries. Just make a list, and we're gonna send you some top-notch ingredients ready for your students.
Thanks, I guess. Krillin scratched his head where the short hair had already started to grow back. He was a family man now. He wanted to experiment with his looks. Also, it was funny. He thought about his younger years. How happy would the Krillin from all those years ago be if he were being treated like this, someone special and respectable? Nowadays, it was almost like he felt unworthy of everything that had been coming to him. He knew that he had earned it though, but at least the thoughts just wouldn't go away. "You're brooding again, hun," said 18, who was busy preparing the class plan for tomorrow. So many things have changed for me." He smiled sheepishly. "I mean, obviously I'm the best thing that happened to you, so you better not focus too much on those other things that are not worth your attention," she smirked. "Also, we got 11 new students signed up for tomorrow."
11?
I mean, that's a lot. Oh, you know, for some it's a fad, sadly. But there's always one or two of these kids that show promise.
You got a good eye for that.
Krillin joined her at the dojo's tables.
"So, your brother's joining for dinner tomorrow?"
"Yeah, I mean, I convinced 16. I know that for him it would be mostly watching us eat, but I think Marin will be happy to see him,
"Oh, yeah. She loves the big guy."
Krillin then laughed. "Also, I need to talk to Bulma. We really do need to think about some more energy resistance training rooms. The one that we all simply don't have."
"Yeah, it's not her fault that you're built differently."
He gave her a bit of a mischievous smile. "I mean, I may not have ki, but it seems my pew-pews are better at poking holes and stuff than your whole spiritual mumbo-jumbo, so..." Krillin then looked around.
Yeah, I didn't say that to Mark, cause, what could he do? He doesn't have any idea how any of this works."
"Well, he could at least give us some money. I'm pretty sure Capture Corp would appreciate being paid for something for a change." 18 looked slightly bored by the mention of the name, like she didn't want handouts.
"Hey, I don't feel comfortable asking him about paying for everything.
Bulma and her family are absolutely loaded. And so is Hercule, and he has us and Shenron to thank for being able to live such a lavish life. Baby, it's literally his contribution to the cause, being the loud and annoying face and paying for stuff. Besides, he likes it. He clearly is a crowd pleaser, and for some weird reason, people enjoy that. 18 tapped her fingers on the table, starting to get frustrated. Well, maybe you're right. I don't know. I'm not used to being the man in charge, even in a small dojo like this one. Krillin shook his head. I think you're doing really well. When you're not brooding and letting your imposter syndrome sucking your joy out of it. She started to smile. Imposter syndrome? I don't have... The monk got defensive for a brief moment. You think Tenshinhan's being all sad and broody in his dojo? She tilted her head. Well, Tenshinhan could be pretty sad and broody all the time. Yeah, but if it comes to training, he's focused and dedicated, like you are. Minus the part of, oh no, I'm Krillin, I'm not worthy. You faced so many evil things, fought so many battles. You were in space fighting an evil dictator. Allow yourself some praise. Don't let me call Goku, so he would give you the pep talk. We both know that I'm not his biggest fan, but that's something that we both agree on. Krillin looked at her with a defeated smile. All right, I'm sorry, I'll do better. And stop apologizing all the time. God, when you're annoying when you do that, baby. Let's go do something cool. All right. Well, get the bike and pick up Marin from nursery, okay? 18 finally smiled. I thought you'd never ask. A warrior's path is the path of constant self-actualization. It exists not only to help you defend, but also to guide your core values. A true warrior never attacks unprovoked. He is there to fight for others, and those that can't do it for themselves. Do you understand? Tenshinhan looked rather sternly over the heads of the children. They seemed confused by this statement. Master Tenshinhan, I don't understand. I'm hungry. Can we have some lunch? Asked a tiny, maybe 6-year-old girl, and soon more stomach grumbling joined in her weird choir. The Triclops sighed audibly. Yeah, I suppose it's a good time for a break. Master Chiaotzu is probably done preparing your meals, but take to your hearts what you have been... Tenshinhan's words drowned in the sounds of children screaming, excited, having told that a meal was being prepared. Tenshinhan, the master of the crane branch of the Order of the Dragon, grimaced slightly and sat down on one of the benches, soon to be joined by his friend and colleague Yamcha. So, kids are getting to you too, eh? The bandit grinned widely. It's so hard to discipline them. I told Lang that we should have gone for older students, but he insisted that we should also accept the younger generation to give them the right values. How am I supposed to work when some of them still put crayons in their ears and noses? Tenshinhan was slightly annoyed by this. I mean, I was at Krillin and 18's place and they seem to be doing fine with them. I think rotating between the schools has been a pretty good idea. Yamcha patted his friend on the shoulder. Yeah, you and Yajirobe have clearly won the lottery. Tenshinhan gave him a grim smile. Well, I should probably call them. It's been a while. I think also, it's these Saiyan kids. They're built differently. They give you some weird expectations. Yeah, Goten and Trunks are built differently. At their age, they somehow feel even stronger than Gohan was. If you can believe that. Yamcha then scratched his cheek. I'm pretty sure Goku doesn't have such problems. Tenshinhan shrugged. Well, I mean, technically, it's Chi-Chi's school, remember? The bandit snickered. Pretty sure he isn't allowed to go too overboard with the students. True. The Triclops paused for a moment. Has Lang contacted you recently? I haven't heard from him in a while now. I mean, we all knew it was gonna be like this, man. The Guardian, he can't be everywhere. But, I'm pretty sure he's watching us all. Yeah, I know. It's just, I want to know what if I'm doing is in the right direction, that's all. I wanted to rebuild the Crane School with the new goals in mind. And now, what I'm doing with this, it's different than you intended, huh? Yamcha looked at him, understanding. I mean, all the Namekian and dragon stuff? Sometimes I wonder if we're even capable of mastering that. All those Super Saiyans and Super Namekians, they make me wonder if we can ever catch up. Well, I know that you're never gonna give up. That's your thing, Tenshinhan. Training super hard no matter what. And if you ever need a sparring partner, me, Puar, Chiaotzu, we'll always be for there, buddy. Tenshinhan allowed himself a little smile. Thanks, friend. That's highly appreciated. Now, you should probably learn something from the kids and go grab your lunch. Something grumbled in Tenshinhan's own stomach, but he wasn't sure if he was truly hungry or that the word lunch was reminding him of something else. Bulma was busy tinkering in her lab when an unexpected caller had interrupted her workflow. Oh, hi, Tien. How are you? What's needed? The leader of Capture Corp smiled. Hey, didn't want to disturb your smarty pants work, but we're kind of in need of a more energy-resistant training room. I mean, I'm quite sure that Vegeta is putting some holes in Capture Corp with his constant tryharding, so I was wondering, you got anything? Bulma snickered. Huh, I don't allow him to train in this building anymore. He's way past that, but you say that the thing you got isn't performing? No, not really. I think I just got better. 18 smirked. All right, let me think. Listen, we may try something, maybe something like Jiro's energy absorption technology. There was an uncomfortable pause that lasted way too long. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't want to bring any hurtful memories back. Bulma blushed when she realized what she just said. Nah, I'm okay. I'm past that. I'm not gonna let all of this define who I am. If you tell me that could help, then that could help. You're the smart one. And this time, I'm getting the money from Hercule to do all this. Oh, you are? Bulma grinned. How hard do you have to press? See, that's what's fun about it. I'm making Krillin do it. They both laughed. The mental image of 18's husband pressing the world martial arts champion. Shenron opened his eyes. From time to time, he got rather comfortable in exploring the world that was under his protection through the eyes of its inhabitants. Mr. Popo was impressed that he managed to master this ability rather well during the last couple of years and minimize the risk of being lost. I presume that everything's fine down there? The genie smiled, looking hopefully toward the edge of the lookout. Yes, some small everyday issues here and there, but overall, Earth is healing, yeah? That's good, my Kami. I think we all deserve this good rest. Those words have proven to be ominously timely, because in just a short moment, two figures appeared on the lookout. One was tall with pinkish skin and long white hair, visibly older, and the other shorter, with a light mohawk and purple skin. Shenron could feel something interesting from both of them. Divine might. The shorter of the two smiled at him, while keeping his eyes slightly squinted. Are you the current guardian of this planet? He asked with a soft voice. Correct. I know you might not be expecting this, but... Not at all. Let me introduce myself. I am the Supreme Kai of this universe, and I am known as Shin. And this, he gestured upon the giant man accompanying him, is my aide Kibito. Shenron's heart skipped a beat. A Supreme Kai? Here? This had to be urgent. To who or what do I owe the honor, Lord Shin? He bowed his head politely. I am Shenron, the eternal dragon and the guardian of planet Earth, but my friends sometimes call me Shen Lang. Shin gave Kibito a short look as they both nodded. Let's say this is a routine inspection, and that's where we're going to be leaving things for right now.